am to report last night. I could not do it until now. It was obvious attempt on my life. It was one of the hookers who lived here. I distinctly recognized her voice as she was laughing and partying for about 30 seconds while she was in the process of the attempt on my life, which was premeditated. I believe it was one of the prostitutes who identified herself as Jasmin Morrison. That's the name recognition I have to the voice I clearly heard laughing. And there was multiple hookers, and I have heard multiple hookers before they die. And that's how I could tell it was the hookers that were here. They were sex workers because they died making noises. It's pretty horrifying. But this one I didn't feel empathy for, because this one was laughing at me in the process of making an attempt on my life. The other two I instinctively felt empathy for because they cried out. I have to plug my ears as they were being killed, okay? It was pretty gruesome to hear that. This one was definitely killed, but I didn't hear it. So I can't say beyond reasonable doubt that I heard that murder, but everything after the kill is why I strongly believe that Jasmin Morrison was killed in the terrace compound last night after she had made an attempt on my life. So this is what I witnessed. And this is the Sky News Morrison. And this also links to Fox News, which I will not discuss. It's too up there with the top cops. After Jasmin Morrison was executed at 1509 S Street Northwest, Washington, D.C., 2009, ISIS compound terrorist cell. Fox News is going under. Fox News New York building, primary location of disarray. Okay, I keep my ears plugged. So I go in there. I had all these timers, like it was forever before I could go in there, okay? Yeah, in here last night, unable to leave. There was a lot of extreme actions I had to take, being silent, not talking, all this baloney, right? And this went on for quite a while. I can bypass that because the special ops don't need me to. Just confirm that I did it for legal purposes, yes, and we know how long it was, an extensive amount of time. And then when my timer went off, it was finally the last timer. There was events that I heard, which I can't discuss, I'm not at liberty to discuss, that were going on in this house. They were, I can only say, of violent nature, and they were loud, okay? That was before the Jasmin Morrison, now deceased terrorist. Iranian, she's Iranian. Okay, she was. So I go in there, and within one exact minute, I hear Jasmin Morrison laughing. Just having a party, just like before. And it's the same music she plays. She plays, or played, this is a dead Iranian terrorist. She played kind of hip, cool, UK, European. It would be on the airplane more there, on the Billboard hits. Here, not as popular, but you would hear it at cool lounges. It's just music, but it was produced and performed well, so it didn't sound bad, and I'm pretty picky about music, right? That's how I can identify her. The deceased Jasmin Morrison always played kind of cool music, quote unquote, kind of cool music. She likes to play her music when she goes to this terrace, so it is part of, she's the very dead terrace now. Thank you, God, thank you, Allah. Allah blessed other Muslims with her death, because she's one of the terrorists that tortures other Muslims. Okay, that's their primary objective, is to torture and kill other Muslims and torture and kill Jewish people. Everybody else with these Iranian and these Shiites and radical Muslims, everybody else is an infidel. All right, so Allah did a tremendous favor to the world, and God, in my words, did a tremendous favor. God and Allah are the same, everybody knows this, okay? So thank you, God the Father, for removing Jasmin Morrison off the face of the earth. Thank you, God the Father. Okay, so she came with her music. She came with her laughing. It's beyond doubt, Jasmin Morrison's back upstairs and she's laughing at me. Everything the same. Pathological behavior has not changed one iota. It was Jasmin Morrison blasting her music within 1 minute. So the music went on within 1 minute after I was in there. And nobody plays music like that, but Jasmin Morrison played music like that when she lived here. And keep my ears plugged. And then I heard, because it wasn't blasting at that point, how they turned it up, I've explained that. I heard her laughing and talking. I couldn't quite make out what she had said, but she was definitely talking to somebody. And she was laughing and having a good time in the process of making an attempt on my life. And this conversation and laughing went for a good 20 seconds, so I fully heard it with no stake, beyond reasonable doubt. It was the now deceased, thank you, God the Father, Jasmin Morrison. And then after the laughing and the talking, so I thank you very much, Jesus, because I could identify her. I have no doubt Jasmin Morrison was back upstairs. Keep my ears plugged. And playing her groovy, cool music, and she's cool. She's got her soundtrack theme songs while she carries out Iranian terrorist attacks. Yeah, that's exactly what I witnessed last night. And I heard the computer go on, so they're working the weapons, Wi-Fi bombs, and the music. I heard her talking, I heard her laughing. It's definitely her. She's making a hands down attempt on my life through weapons of mass destruction. And who knows who else they thought was coming around to do whatever else. That's not for me. It's for the special ops of just to confirm, yes, I heard Jasmin Morrison, now dead terrorist. All right, so then the music within about a minute. Remember, my ears are plugged. That's the only way you can do anything here. Really, I forget words. That's the only way you can do anything here good. Okay, so I'm going to do this good. Okay, so after a minute, the music was now at the amphitheater volume, and I was not able to film any of this, okay, or talk about it. It was so loud, it was like being at a carnival, like being at a rock show. Like, I know a thing or two in the world, and I don't know how they're turning it up that loud, and I don't often catch it that loud on the camera. All I heard at that point was like as if I had music blasting in my room. So you're not going to hear the terrorists talking or anything, but you can. With the hookers used to get incredibly loud up there with blasting music. But at that point, I didn't hear any laughing, talking terrorist Jasmin Morrison. No. I just heard blasting music, and that went for a good 5, 6, 7 minutes, just blasting to outer space. Okay, so Jasmin Morrison, I strongly presume and believe, left through a cubbyhole. And at that point, she was executed. Okay, because this is why I know that terrorist who was Jasmin Morrison was killed, was because as soon as I left the room, okay, I was in there for, the good guys don't need me to say exact minutes. I already said my estimate. And I was only back in here for a few. And I went back in there, and the music had been turned fucking off, and it was now running on a very loud, but not this amphitheater loud TV program, which means dead. Someone's dead. That's how they operated here. It was her. Thank you, God. And then I left again. I was in there for a few more minutes. I mean, the Navy SEALs don't need this exact times. This is not important. I come back in here. I'm in here 1 minute. And so it was brief. I come back in here for like 1-2 minutes at a time. Okay, it was intentional. And I go back in there, and at that point, the TV was fucking off. Shop closed. Nobody there. So I know when they do that, they're laying them out. And I don't know who's doing that. Okay? I don't know who's taking out the terrorist all the time in here. Okay? I'm going to keep my ears plugged because there's fucking rancheros all over the place today. Out in their little construction sites. Alright, so, this morning I'm going to fast forward, okay? It was clear through the rest of the night that there was serious fucking dead terrorists all over our street, and Jasmin, Morrison, Sky News was one of them, okay? Fox News, as soon as that terrorist was executed, is going down. Once Jasmin Morrison, Iranian terrorist, was executed, big names in Fox News are next. The entire building in Manhattan, Midtown, toast. Fox News is in disarray. Go investigate. I'm telling you they are. Okay, so this morning, I'm having my first cup of coffee. It was within 12 minutes of going in there. And this was in 12 minutes of going in there to the extra room and coming back in here. A level 3 kill. Boom. Body fucking down. And you know it. I don't need to tell the Navy SEALs. They know it too. So there was one really ferocious fast kill. Right over by either the hallway or over by the door of the murder room in the room above my extra room. Okay? So then that videos I put up is after that. And that's why I wanted to be clear that I didn't smell the dead body. But I know there was definitely one killed here this morning and last night. So I'm just going to tell the Navy SEALs what I'm witnessing in here, okay? And everything after that is terrorists in more dead body scenes and terrorists in bomb scenes. They, no matter what, don't fucking have this common sense to get the fuck out of here. Okay? I'm really, really grateful that the Iranian terrorist Jasmin Morrison is off the earth. And I'm going to be really, really grateful to see the white terrorist of the Fox News Corporation face the same consequences for premeditated terrorism and attacking the United States of America. God bless America. I look forward to meeting all of the troops, the real U.S. troops and allied forces. And I look forward to seeing what you've done with the Constitution and what you've done to reshape our country so this never happens again. God bless you all. Goodbye.